from a spell should be a plus, and 10, dare I say, inside draw. 7, 1, 2 and 10.
Thanks, Bernie. They're loading up well here. We've only got a field of 6. David Fowler's calling all of the action here today at Ipswich for this Metropolitan program. So we'll head upstairs now to David to call them home. This is race number 1.
Thank you, Brody. Yes, these runners getting set for the first race. So we're not far off a start. In fact, Silvio Dante will be the last one to move up. We're going to jump right on start time for the first as the starter goes to the ladder. Now they're all in. Set to go. Ready to jump. Red light turned on. And they're racing. They jumped in a good line, bar Sobute missed it by a length, and Silvio Dante lacks early speed. He's drifting back. Up at the other end, Let's Go Hugo was fast away and is the initial leader from Freya's Magic, who's been backed at longer odds. Dare I Say will pop into third in behind the lead pair, and She's Got Lyrics is in a 1 out 1 back position, and they're going very slowly because Sobute and Silvio Dante have tacked on. Along the back straight, 900 left to run. At a casual tempo, it's Let's Go Hugo and Freya's Magic, their joint leaders, both under restraint. Dare I Say getting that good run in third, and She's Got Lyrics, well, no excuse for the favourite. She's in a good spot. Emily Lang's got a position in fourth. Now Sobute with the slow speed. The jock takes off 3 wide. He wants to improve his lot to get up closer, and now he's outside the lead pair as they travel by the 600 metres, and Silvio Dante coming off the bridle. He's being ridden along at the tail end. Coming up to the turn now with just over 400 left to run, and it's Freya's Magic going by Let's Go Hugo. Sobute there. She's Got Lyrics is ready to strike. Dare I Say just behind them, and a margin Silvio Dante. They swing for home. Sobute went up to Freya's Magic. She's Got Lyrics now comes to the outside, given a cue. Then the other trio are only battling. Sobute the inside. She's Got Lyrics the outside. Silvio Dante starting to put in now, but it's too late. Sobute's in front. There's a good kick there. Trying hard. She's Got Lyrics, but she can't bridge the gap. And Sobute beat home She Got Lyrics. Silvio Dante, Let's Go Hugo. Freya's Magic and Dare I Say at the tail end.
Great move by Cejay Graham mid-race there. They were crawling 1,350. She was out the back. She decided to have a crack. She rushed up forward, put the pressure on. And in the meantime, the favourite, She's Got Lyrics, just couldn't make up the ground in the straight, albeit she tried really hard. It was a good run by the favourite to get within a neck of the winner. But number 2, Sobute, has pinched it. 2, 7, 1 and 4. She Got Lyrics second. Silvio Dante third. Had to tack on from last on the turn, has worked home well. And number 4, Let's Go Hugo, which had an absolute picnic in front through the first half of the race, has boxed on okay into that 4th spot. But just a lovely ride by Cejay. She showed some initiative. She took a gamble, and Sobute has been the winning recipient of that move. Certainly 2 runs back from a spell over 1,000, then 1,200. You were assuming she needed every bit of the 1,350, and Cejay's given the son of Spirit of Boom a good rev up there at about the 600, 800 metre mark, and put some speed into the race, which was much needed. And you can see, even watching this replay, they're not kicking up a lot there. So we'll get a feedback from the jockeys, Bernie, and find out what they thought of the track. But it looks really good to the eye. 2, 7, 1 and 4, a time of 1:22.41.
Ollie, can we chat?
Yeah.
So we'll try and get that last 600 as well. But 1:22.41, the overall time on this heavy 10 track. Not there yet, Bernie, but we will grab it in a tick. In the meanwhile, you've tracked down a member of the Heathcote Yard.
I've got Oliver Peoples here to have a chat with us about Sobute, and obviously a great effort by this gelding. But what a ride.
Yeah, it was a really good ride. They were going a little slow in front, so Cejay had good initiative to kind of kick up around them and get going. But I just spoke to Rob. The boss is very happy with her too. So he's in a bar in New Zealand, and he watched it. So I'll say I'll be having a couple more after that.
What is he doing there in New Zealand?
Unlike him, but he's over there playing golf.
Oh, golf, of course. Well, he wouldn't be missing his horses, so glad to hear that he is in the bar watching. Tactics are always right at the fore when we race on these heavy tans, and you really do need to have jockeys that can show initiative.
Yeah, that's right, and it's the first time he's raced on a heavy. I think he's had 1 race on the soft before that, so we weren't really sure how he was going to go, but he seemed to handle it super, and like you said earlier, Cejay gave it a peach ride, so very happy with both horse and rider.
How did Rothfire pull up and Prince of Boom?
Super, yeah, they both pulled up really well. Very happy with Rothy. It was just a bit unfortunate missing the kick first up over 1,000 with that company. There's not much you can do, but we're very happy with both of them, and they're both tracking in nicely to their next task.
Terrific. We'll look forward to that, and we'll let you go and do what you got to do now. Thanks, Ollie.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, there is Oliver Peoples on behalf of trainer Rob Heathcote, and yes, back to that ride, and this, that you've got to have the confidence in yourself to do things like that, like Cejay did. And since she has come to Brisbane, her confidence has just grown immensely, and she goes out there a confident jockey in her own ability now, and that's why she's able to make those decisions. They were walking.
Absolutely, Bernie. You've nailed that, because she's had a bit of success coming out of her time, particularly with a group win. She won the Queensland Guineas. Yeah. And that really just shot her up there. She comes to these meetings now and she walks in.
Yeah, she knows. She knows she can do it.
I'm up with you guys, and if anything, I might be better than you. And you've got to go out there with that mentality, and she's doing that, and she's getting the results, and she's a hard worker. I think that's the other thing with her.
It also feels through to your horse as well when you just ride with that air of confidence.
Now, they've come home in 35.16, so that's not heavy 10 time over 13.50 for a maiden. That's a lot better than that. So we'll have a chat to the stewards and see we may be getting an upgrade on the strength of that, and certainly Cejay can tell us what she thinks of the track once she stops having a little chat there, because she'll be a pretty good guide. She's started off behind them, lipped around them, and was strong at the finish.
Well done, Cejay. We're going to give you an 11 out of 10 for that ride. I love it when you ride with such confidence, which you do now, and you just summed it up. This is crazy. They're walking. I'm going around.
Thank you, and thanks to Rob and the team for giving me another chance on this horse, because he's drawn so poorly his last two starts, and they've been magnificent runs, but things just haven't gone right, and then big fields have been getting too far back. And the same again today. It was just a little bit awkward out of the barriers. I wasn't worried until we were going so slow, and I thought I can't sit back here and wait for them to get away from me. It was a risky, a bold move, but I knew what horse I had underneath me, and he's fit now, and yeah, he's a nice little horse.
Brilliant ride, a great effort by this horse. They've come home in 35 and a bid, so what was your general feel of the track?
Yeah, look, I walked it and then just cantering to the gates on him then. I was very surprised with how it felt underfoot and on him, and the gallop down the straight, obviously it always feels better when your horse is handling it. And
when you win.
And when you win. But no, we'll certainly get through the day, and the club have done a good job.
Well done.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah, that's positive, isn't it?
That's great. I mean, your times don't lie. 35.16, last 600 and a maiden is not heavy 10 times. So terrific effort by the club and the stewards, of course, to push on with this meeting, because most of us didn't think we would. And here we are. Late start, 5 more races to come, and the numbers there in the first two, 7, 1 and 4. Cejay Graham booting home a winner for Robert Heathcote, who's enjoying watching this race from a bar in New Zealand prior to hitting some golf balls. Enjoy that, Rob. And that takes Bernie and I away from the first here at Ipswich. Plenty more to come.
Sounds like a pretty good